Liverpool lose 1-0 to Tottenham in the Carabao Cup Semi-Final first leg, and I am getting deja vu. I am getting serious deja vu from a few seasons ago when our defence was starting to crumble, our midfield had to cover the defence, our midfield started to crumble, and we dropped off massively from the top of the league, ended up just about getting third in the end after an incredible run. And I'm getting that same deja vu. I feel like it's the same thing happening again. I'm not saying it will happen. And the result itself is not the worst result in the world. 1-0, we've got a second leg to rectify things. We've got a second leg to take them back to Anfield and get the job done. I think we will. I think we still go through no matter what. But there are worrying signs and worrying issues that need to be addressed and talked about. And we're not, on this channel, we don't ever hide behind our hands. We don't ever be in denial about things. If something needs saying, we'll say it on this channel. Put it that way. And yes, there's definitely some positives going forward from last night. I thought Trent came on and played fantastically after a poor game against Manchester United. I'm glad he came on and did all right. Endo did fantastically covering for centre back. But there's definitely issues that need to be addressed and definitely things that need being said. And I don't want to talk about transfers all the time, but if we're not learning from past mistakes, then why do people keep saying, why do you keep asking for transfers? It's quite clear for me that a centre-back or a left-back, for example, needs improving. That midfield definitely needs help. Gravenberch they're looking tired. The Gravenberch is going to be knackered by the end of the season. And this is what we don't want now. This is what, when this happens, the drop-off comes. It's happened before, time and time and time again. And I've been told in the past, stop moaning, we're top of the league, stop this, stop moaning, just negative. It's not been negative, it's been real. Like, we were top of the league a few seasons ago, and we watched our defence get injuries, and we didn't address the defence properly in January, and we left it, and what happened there? We threw a season away. We did the same with the midfield. We watched our midfield crumble, and we failed to address the midfield in the summer. And everyone was like, all you care about is signings, And then as the season went on, the midfield was quite clearly crumbling before our eyes. And that was so easy to spot. Us as fans can sit out here and see this. And I saw Anfield Index talk about it this morning. They were absolutely spot on. I saw a clip from Anfield Index, and they're absolutely spot on in what he said. Look, how can we see this as fans, but a $1 billion company can't see it? I agree to the point, like, yeah, why they're not doing anything about it? Well, we can see it. I think they can see it. I personally think they can see it, but what they're doing is just ignoring it, and they're working under a strict budget. And this is our problem. This is where the FSG out comes from, because we've got a perfect chance to win the Premier League again, and we just sat still. And we're happy to watch our players work themselves into the ground. We're happy to watch our players just not get the help, that little bit of extra help they need. And this is what it comes to. But we'll talk about the game anyway. The game itself, it was a poor start. Poor start. Tottenham played better. I think Tottenham weren't amazing, by the way, and that says a lot. All the players that Tottenham were missing, and they weren't amazing, and they still got the win. I think that says how bad we were and how bad the game was in general. I think they were just the best bad bunch in terms of the first half. We started to get into it in the first half. A couple of long-range shots from Gakpo. A couple of good, decent shots from Gakpo, actually. The one that tested the keeper when he could have passed it to Salah on the right wing and driving for the middle. That was a decent shot from range. And it dipped just under the keeper, and the keeper just about got it. But from everyone else, I didn't really see much. I thought Gravenberch all right. I think he looks tired, though. McAllister was okay. Again, tired. Curtis Jones. It's so frustrating with Curtis Jones. It's so frustrating because it's the same thing over and over again. We see moments of absolute class player in there. We see unbelievable performances like, yes, you've worked yourself into the team. Now keep that place. And this is what he does. He gets the place in the team and he continues to play poor. When he's got it sort of feels like he could nail a place down here. He does this and he performs like this. And he did it against Manchester United. And this is what's frustrating about Curtis Jones. He will always be an important Liverpool player. And I certainly don't want to sell him ever because he's a sensation. He's got such talent. He's such a talented player. We just want more consistency and turn up in games like this. It's like it's no good having one good cracking game and then 3 bad games in a row. It's pointless. He's showed enough for us to keep him and for us to be part of this Liverpool team going forward in the future. But we need to see it more often. Mohamed Salah had a poor night, a very, very quiet night. He seemed to be trying to a little bit too much in terms of trying to come inside all the time, getting quite predictable last night. I thought it was easy to defend against, despite, like I said, Tottenham's defence was really, really poor in terms of the personnel they had. All their defence is out, and the keepers. Diaz is starting to go back to his old ways. Before this, and there's a lot of people that wanted Diaz to leave in the summer. I didn't. I was happy either way. If we brought Gordon in, I would have been happy, and Diaz goes, I'd been happy. If we kept Diaz, I'd have been happy. I won't bother either. I don't think it was that major of an issue or a situation to need to be sorted that summer. But the criticism of Diaz was valid regarding his output and regarding his whole game, because last night it started to show back to why people criticised him in the first place. Becoming predictable. He's trying too much. He's trying to dribble past players, and it's easy to read what he's actually doing. When he started the season, he's been incredible, absolutely incredible. Even playing up front, maybe he should play up front more often. We can't do this, and then Gakpo play on the left. It's frustrating because they're starting to show signs that is falling back into his old habits. Started the season fantastically. Right now, again, it's a similar situation to last summer for me. Would I be happy if we got someone like Gordon in instead of him? Yeah. Would I be happy if he stayed? Yeah. That's like I said. There's much more bigger issues to be looked at and called out: defence, midfield, and maybe even striker. For me, over looking at left winger. But there's definitely worrying signs there. Defence, though, Quansah came off ill, according to Arne Slot. Van Dijk's doing what he can. Robertson's just not doing anything. I thought Bradley was quite poor last night. I was surprised how poor Bradley was. To say, if we lose Trent, we've got this guy to come in, and he's a sensational player. Bradley, I absolutely love this guy. Sensational player. He can tackle, he can attack, he could do everything as a defender. But last night he didn't do much, and I wish he took his chance a little bit more, because Trent came on and played brilliantly. I thought Trent did fantastic when he came on. He was splitting defences up in his passes. He was getting crosses in the box. He did all right defensively, apart from the one time when he got skinned by Werner. Other than that, he didn't really do what wrong in terms of that Werner situation. But the defence, like having to bring Endo on, and by the way, Endo, again, you have been sensational for our backup. We know Arne Slot doesn't prefer you, or doesn't. I don't think he thinks he's good enough, which he's probably right in terms of. But when he does get asked to do a job, he does normally do it brilliantly. He just hasn't got the legs, really. And maybe this is what happens: is him to maybe be a backup for centre back. But it shouldn't have to happen this way, by the way, because again, it's deja vu from a few seasons ago where we had to play Hudson and Fabinho at centre back, and then we're back into like. But we've got an amazing squad. Apparently, and apparently we weren't going to get any injuries this season because Klopp changes the tactics. He plays more solo build-up. People don't know football. They all look knackered, if I'm honest, and this is what's going to happen. I feel I don't think it will happen. I don't think we will drop off majorly. I think we'll still win the league. I think we'll still go to the Carabao Cup final. However, there's signs there that this could happen again. And if we fall off and drop off again, and we don't make any signings this January to boost things up a little bit, if we do that, there'll be no more FSG apologists that can talk to me anymore. It's done. Game over. You're in denial. You're already in denial at this point, as it is. Don't take the piss. Because it's quite clear this squad just needs a bit of a refreshment, a bit of a just a signing or two signings just to help them get over the line this season. And like I said, I think we can get over the line. I think what's helped us massively is City's drop off and Arsenal not capitalising when we mess up. So we're not getting away with it, but we are technically getting away with it right now. But I don't think. I think if City were the one chasing us, or if City were a bit closer to like Arsenal or something like that, I'd be a bit more worried. But I still see Arsenal as a big threat anyway, because I said Arsenal win the league this season from the beginning. I just don't want it to. I don't want it to happen again. If it happens again, it's just ridiculous. And to think that these three players, Van Dijk, Salah, and Trent, are still at the moment leaving for free this summer. I can't even imagine how angry we'd be as fans if we weren't to win the league and those three were to go. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. But last night, again, let's talk about the controversial incidents. And obviously the Bergvall yellow card, which should have been a yellow card, should have been sent off. Then he scored the winner literally a minute later, and Simicast's been off the pitch watching it as well. Yes, it should have been a red card. Yes, he shouldn't have been able to score afterwards, but it doesn't mean that we lost because of that. I'm not going to be dishonest here. We lost because we weren't good enough. It's as simple as that. I just think blaming it on one incident or something. Yes, it does change the game, but blame it on one certain incident there. If it were like last minute, for example, like a last minute penalty that literally decided the game, then fair enough. But we've got to look at ourselves sometimes. We play poor. It's as simple as that. And we probably deserve not to win the game. We might not deserve to lose, but we didn't deserve to win the game. So we got punished for it. Other than that, yeah, it was a red card. It should have been a red card. And there's also the incident with Curtis Jones and the penalty. I thought I could see referees giving it, but personally, I think it would have been soft. I want to give it a penalty, but it's just another talking point for people to talk about, I think. And yeah, you'll get accounts online. You'll get accounts online saying, "Oh, we've been robbed, this and that." Yes, we've lost because we got robbed. Bad decision, but we didn't lose because we got robbed only. We lost because we weren't good enough. It's as simple as that. But yeah, I do think we'll go through anyway. It's a 1-0 deficit to a Tottenham team that's losing a lot of players. They'll have Maddison back. They'll have Sarr back in that second leg. I don't know what injuries they'll get back, but they might get a couple. Who knows? But I just think we still go through. 1-0's not a major upset. It's not out of the tie. Certainly not. We get one goal early back at Anfield, and it's game on, and we'll have the momentum at that point. So I still think we'll go through. Arsenal lost against Newcastle, so that's not looking good for them. I think they still can go through, but I think it's going to be a Newcastle Liverpool final. So I'm expecting us to win the Carabao Cup and hopefully start off a season off trophies. But who knows? We'll see in a few weeks when we do play Tottenham again. We've got Accrington at the weekend. Hopefully get a chance to rest. But one thing I do want to talk about Slot, actually, when I talk about Slot, is what's his problem with Harvey Elliott? How is Curtis Jones still on that pitch? And people talk about like how's Bergvall on that pitch still? How's Curtis Jones still on that pitch for 90 minutes? Like I said, he's not doing enough. And then we've got Harvey Elliott on the bench, just sat there. That number 10 position should be his or Sobel's size, and he should be playing there. And he's not. And it's just frustrating. I think Slot got the subs wrong last night. I thought Slot did a few things wrong last night, but he's still an incredible manager. Still think he'll win us the league. He's an incredible manager, but I just feel like a deja vu. I do feel like a deja vu, and I hope we learn our lesson, but we won't. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and get your notification bells on as well, because we've got a special FSG talk out later, which I recorded yesterday with two rivals, a Manchester United fan and a Chelsea fan, and my thoughts on FSG, got the good, bad, and the ugly, and we've got also more news out tonight as well. Some exclusive news we've been told as well. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.